yeah, where else do we start than the Etihad?
Madueke's part has been this season, and Gyökeres, for me, is just not good enough.
You're talking about all of this fire. You're lighting up fires in the training ground and you're doing all of this rubbish. What are you doing all of that for? Why the hell are you having players coming out? I see Declan Rice do an interview. I see Eze do an interview. Shut the hell up. Like, people just need to wake up and smell the coffee. But the reality is you're always going to be the bottle jobs that you are. Welcome back to another video on Field of Play TV. As always, we're gonna chop it up properly about all the latest affairs. I got my guy, as always, he's with me, the boy Sanch. What are you telling them, my boy?
Pleasure to be here, bro. I feel better than last week.
Yeah,
So
I can't lie.
Yeah, man.
A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have transpired. But we here in the flesh as always, you know. But yeah, man, it's been a good week. How's your week been, my brother?
It's been good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Smile back on your face.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely. It was a tough week last week.
What are you saying? You went
Yeah. Monday night football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously you went to
Oh yeah. The day, Liverpool. After, yeah.
Hate watch.
Successful one.
As we call it.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, bro, it's a pleasure to be back in the stew, you know, to chop it up properly. And yeah, where else do we start than the Etihad? Because a lot has been said. A lot has been said during this season. You know, City are finished. Arteta, Pep's passing the baton to his apprentice. Arsenal have assembled this squad that you look at and you're like, they could dominate for seasons to come. And then you look at the game that transpired and you look at everything but that. I'm looking at a squad, that have been assembled for 5-6 years. And many will try and talk about, you know, injuries, because there's always an excuse in football, you know. Try to talk about injuries, try to talk about the fact that players are out, you know, and this and that and whatnot. But the reality of the situation is, a squad was assembled for so many seasons that when there are injuries, you should be able to call upon your backups. You know what I'm trying to say? And Arsenal had Madueke out there on the pitch today. 50 million spunk on him. A 50 million down the drain. Kai Havertz. Eze. How much was Eze? Another 50 M's. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that was their front three in attack. Zubimendi signed as well. 100 million Declan Rice. And you think to yourself, Arsenal should be putting in a good showing. And for me, watching that game, it was a better showing than what I've seen in the past few weeks. That's for sure. But it wasn't a showing of champions. It was not a showing of champions. I think it's despicable, bro. When I look at it and I think to myself, this is the side that were leading the league for so long. And they're at a position now where they could be level on points with a team that apparently was finished. For me, it bewilders me. For me, I look at the project and think that this project has gone to piss. Personally. Because you can't tell me, bro, that Arsenal can be doing second, 4 in a row. There is no way on this earth Arsenal can be doing second 4 in a row. Or is it that Arteta thinks that that's a trophy? Like, what are we doing here, bro? I'm going to get your analysis in a second, but what I want to say is all them Arsenal fans that were cocky, that believed that the league was wrapped up weeks prior are an absolute disgrace. And I'll tell you why, bro. How many times do we see a Premier League season where things are going down to the wire? Why do Arsenal fans think they have this God-given right, thinking that they're God's greatest gift, that their team is the best thing assembled on this earth? When I'm looking around and I'm seeing the likes of Trossard still coming off the bench, I'm seeing them turn into a 17-year-old Max Dowman when things are going wrong. When I'm seeing Kai Havertz, a Chelsea reject for that matter, having to lead your line when you've just spunked dough on a Gyökeres in the summer that can't even get 20 minutes in a game that is basically the title decider. What are we doing here, bro? Arsenal, your institution is an absolute embarrassment. And listen, turn the tide. Go and win every game in the season. Go shut us up. But the reality is you're always going to be the bottle jobs that you are. And it hurts. It hurts because you try to deflect on other teams. You try to talk about the Uniteds of this world, the Chelseas of this world. You try and get your laughs off with Spurs that might be going down. But what about yourselves? What about what you do as an institution? What do you do, Arsenal? Bottle, bottle, bottle. You can talk about other teams, but the other teams that you talk about, we're riddled in success. And that's something that is going to be a hard come down for you as an institution. But I'm going to let Sanch have his word, because I can go for days. So chat to me, my boy. What is your analysis on what is going on?
Well, on the way here, I was actually saying, I feel like I've seen this story play out. This same one where a loss early game at the Emirates, you go to the Etihad, you lose, you don't win the league. I feel like I've seen that story. Well, I have seen that story 2, 3, 4 years in a row now. Do you get it? And I'm seeing it again today. And what you just said, you can't really, however passionate it is, or however, even if I disagreed, you can't really have much to say against that. Do you get it? Because it's happening again. And if we just delve deeper into it, it's like you're talking. It was a good point you made. You're talking about the injuries, but you had Madueke there, you had Eze, you had Zubimendi, players that were all bought in the summer and whatnot. Gyökeres on the bench. So we need to circle back all the way to that point, because there's been certain points over the last 4 years where Arteta's got closer and closer, where I felt that last summer it was an opportunity to go, especially up top and especially out wide, to go bang, bang. With Zubimendi, whether you think he's good enough or not, I was like, okay, in the centre of the park, Zubimendi, Rice, okay, I saw that vision. But irrespective of that, I thought it was the summer to go bang up top, bang out wide, and sign 2 superstars, bro, to take a team that was, so you say, going like that, to win the title, bro. And like you said, we've seen today and throughout the season that I don't know what Madueke's part has been this season. And Gyökeres, for me, is just not good enough. Do you get it? So if we circle back all the way to that front, I think that's where it started. Do you get it? As the season's transpired, I actually think Arteta's done a good job to actually get them this far, because I actually don't think they're that great. Do you get it? Bar defensively, where I think, okay, cool. Defensively, you're sound. But the rest of the team, I think he's done quite well to get them this far.
So they won the league?
No, I don't know. I don't think so, no. I always said that if it's within touching distance, I'm gonna lean to City. I said, because at the start of the season, I remember I jumped on here and I said I think they're gonna win the league by a distance, because obviously Liverpool, we've seen what's happened, and I thought City, and I still think City ain't great. Do you get it? So, and remember when they went those games with bare clean sheets back to back to back to back, I just thought, okay, that's gonna be the formula, innit? Get a goal, get two, sharp, win games of football. And I thought that was going to build enough of a gap so it doesn't get to this stage. Because we already know Arsenal at this stage, do you get? But now that it's neck and neck, I think a couple of weeks ago, whenever we jumped on and I said, if it's neck and neck, I would bank on City to get the job done over Arsenal.
We spoke on...
Because of the spine, the manager, been there, done that. And like we saw today, do you get? I'm not saying this decides the title, because it doesn't. Level on points, still 5 games to go, whatever. But days like today, I was always banking on City. Because of Haaland, who scored. Because of Cherky. Because of Rodri. Because of Gay, who was outstanding. Donnarumma made a mistake, but he made a huge save. That's won them the game. Do you get it? So that's what I'm banking on. And now that it's neck and neck, and in midweek, City could go top. Or if they beat Burnley, they go top, because now they're level.
They absolutely thrash Burnley.
Do you get it? So if they
the goal difference comes out of play.
Do you get it? And they will actually go top in midweek. So yeah.
You know what it is, bro? I want to touch on Arteta. A lot of fans were Arteta in, Arteta out. Even when, I'll say Arteta out when things weren't going well. Sorry, when things were going well. So fans were Arteta out when things weren't going well. Were they justified? Because when I look at a manager, he's done very well to get Arsenal back to an acceptable standard. Yeah. More than an acceptable standard. Let me give him credit for that. But when you look at the nearly men of this world, it's all right, Arteta, if that's you, you know. Like, you do so much weird things that if I'm looking at my gaffer, I'm thinking, what the hell are you doing that for? You're talking about all of this fire. You're lighting up fires in the training ground and you're doing all of this rubbish. What are you doing all of that for? You got your players in a massive, massive week where you have to contend to potentially win the title. You got like 4 or 5 players doing up interviews. Who signed off for that? Are you telling me these things don't matter, bro, in this day of age that we're in terms of football? Why the hell are you having players coming out? I see Declan Rice do an interview. I see Eze do an interview. Shut the hell up. Go do your business on the pitch. And that's why they're in this position. And now we're looking at Arsenal going 4 in a row. Second. Nearly, men. You're never, ever, 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 ever going to be remembered for being nearly, men. No one's going to talk about you in years to come. They're going to talk about Liverpool, even though they won 1 title in the 6-7 years. Because they've done it. But I promise you, if Liverpool didn't win that title, no one would have spoken about Liverpool. That's a fact. So where does it leave this project that Arteta had so much say-so to build? Where does it leave Arsenal if they do not win this league? Because I'm looking around their squad and I'm looking at meaty guys. I'm just keeping it real, bro. I don't fear Arsenal. You can look at the statistics, you can look at what's going on, but I don't look at Arsenal and think to myself, nah, I can't lie. This squad was built thorough. How? How the hell do you look at Arsenal and look at a squad and think to yourself, nah, this is a team that's going to be dominating for years? You don't do it. You don't.
No.
And anyone that does, you need to get your head out of Maryland. It needs to just come back to the surface.
But it goes back to the summer, innit? That's what I was saying about when City were first winning the league. You could see an era of dominance on the horizon, innit? Even Liverpool, not necessarily in the Prem because of City, but they won the champs because of the squad they built, and you're like, okay, they're gonna be around, at least in and around it for years, like you said, years to come. But Arsenal, in terms of an era of dominance, even if they were to go and win the league this season, it's still quite alarming in terms of, because I talk to Arsenal fans and I'm like,
dissatisfied.
Yeah.
How?
It's a very weird atmosphere. Do you get it?
How?
That's the word, dissatisfied. Top of the league, Champions League semis, and they're still dissatisfied. And it's because I think some see the bigger picture in it, in terms of the playing squad, the playing style.
I think some were okay to just give it a blah.
To win the league.
Because they haven't done it since 2004. So it's like, listen, I know it's a bit techie right now. I know it's not looking how it's meant to look for a title winning team. But you know what?
If we get the job done,
let me stomach it. Because it hasn't happened. Maybe that is the catalyst. And now look what's going on, bro. Everything that every fan base was saying, the media was saying, is coming to fruition, bro. But you know what it is? I want to touch on the game. I want to touch on how and why they can't step up for big games. Why? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you know it's a 6-pointer. You know it's more than even a 6-pointer. That if you win today, you put City at arm's length, 1, and 2, you send out a statement like, okay, you were looking at us like this, but we just showed you that we can come to your ground and get some points on the board. And put a game plan in place to show you that we're not jokers. If Arsenal won the game against City at the Etihad, many will be looking at Arsenal in a different light, in my opinion. In my opinion. Because we've seen them win games trying to whittle it out. You know what I'm trying to say? But I think if they won the game, you're looking at Arsenal like, oh, okay. They're still in champs, competing. They've gone away to the Etihad and, oh, okay, they put in a performance. You know what I'm trying to say? I think it would have been a coming of age to a certain extent. Not that they're amazing, but, oh, this squad is resilient. I see comments in midweek from Gary Neville, and you know, sometimes his head is a bit too above the water with some of his comments. Talking about Declan Rice and him being a game changer, or alluding to the fact that he can be the one that has a massive impact on the Arsenal team. What did I see in Declan Rice today? I saw Declan Rice fouling a Bernardo Silva, and this is the epitome for me. I see a Declan Rice fouling a Bernardo Silva and going to him to make sure he's all right. Yeah, you're too nice. And that is the opposite of what you need when you are going for a title against your title challengers. It might seem small, but that was an epitome for me when I'm looking at that.
I thought Gabriel was really poor today.
Yes, and we're going to touch on him. But just to continue on that point of Declan Rice, you were apparently picked to be the captain of the next 2 games or so in the absence of Saka. When I looked at Declan Rice today, I did not see a £100 million player. I did not see a world-class player that so many allude to. And that's just the honest truth, bro, that people just need to wake up and smell the coffee. Stop calling players world-class because of the standard of football that we are seeing right now. Hold world-class to the level that world-class needs to be. It pisses me off, bro. Declan Rice is not world-class. He's not world-class. He's not. I don't understand. He's a very, very, very good player. He is not world class. World class are players that change games. That you look to in the 90 minutes and you say, yes, this player made a massive impact. Declan Rice is not world class. So we need to bin that. We need to move that to the side. I'm looking at the game and I'm looking at game changers in Haaland and Turkey. That's what I'm looking at. So what we doing? And we want to talk on poor players. Before you talk on Gabriel, let's talk on Semenyo.
Oh my days. That was not the name I thought you were gonna say.
Nah, bro.
No, I agree with you.
Because he got carried out there today.
No, I agree.
He got carried.
I just didn't expect that.
He got carried.
Yeah,
and Pep not even bringing him on, bringing him off. It was like, raw Pep. Are you sure you're not? Are you sure you're not seeing what we're seeing?
Very poor. Mm-hmm.
Doku came off. Doku was lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Doku was class today.
Mm.
And I knew Mascara was getting a yellow. If I was a bookie's favourite, I would suspend that. I would suspend the Mascara. Because I knew that was a banker. I was telling the man then when I was watching the game, bro, like 5 minutes in, like, hey, you sure none of you want to put 2 bills down on Mascara getting a yellow? On the other end, brother, Semenyo. We don't need to look too deep into that because they won the game, innit? But wow, that might be a problem. That might be a problem still. Because Semenyo, that was my head was hot. It was racing.
Yeah, very poor.
How much touches do you...
No, very poor.
Hey, mind you don't become the new Lukaku, Semenyo, you know? Mind you don't become the new Lukaku. Honestly speaking, that performance was poor. Do better than that. We know you're better than that, but wow. Gabriel, wow.
Yeah.
On another day, you're getting a red card.
Nah, and in terms of you talking about what sums Arsenal up, I thought his performance sums Arsenal up to a T, to be honest. I thought for both goals it was really poor. Should have got sent off. Like that scenario where they're 2-1 down, he's grappling with Haaland, it's gone to an image of him and Haaland head to head, and he's just gone for it. Was just like, you are at this very moment in time, sum up your football club right now, because he should have got sent off there, and the game should have been done. Do you get? And that for me is someone who's just lost his head, not in control of what he's doing and his actions, and I won't say I fought for both goals, but I thought for someone who's come on such a long way, like you said, these are the days where you need your big players to turn up, and I thought he was poor today. Poor. Too busy grappling with Haaland. Got done for the goal with Turkey.
Done up. Disgusting.
Yeah, and should have got sent off. So I'm really disappointed in him today still. Do you get? But like you said, needed big players to Odegaard again. Do you get? So it's like
Bernardo Silva.
But that's what I mean. That's the difference. That's the difference, bro.
Bernardo Silva, he's a player that, if you're not a City fan, you despise. But those are the players you need on a day like today. He was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Rodri as well. But Bernardo Silva, I thought, wow, like, everywhere on the pitch. Can't get it off him. The right actions. Leading his side on. Where was Odegaard? Who's meant to be the actual captain of Manchester City? Sorry, of Arsenal. Disgraceful. A disgraceful performance. Now looking on, I think it would be catastrophic from this position, you know, if City doesn't go on.
I actually don't trust. The problem is, I still don't trust. Trust, wrong word. I still don't see City winning every game. But the problem is, I don't see Arsenal winning every game either. Do you get it? So
I can't lie to you, bro. I think something swung.
No, from the cup final, 100%.
I think something swung. The way they're playing, even it was like I was taken back to 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever that cup final happened. I'm watching the game thinking to myself, have I been there before? Am I watching a carbon copy of a game? Brother, that second half, the first 15 minutes was a carbon copy of the cup final. I'm looking at that game like, brother, What did Pep say to these men at half time, bro? Because Arsenal could not get out. It was a carbon copy of the same game. It's like hell was about to break loose. I can't lie to you, bro. And nothing could have stopped it. It was one of them ones that, bro, it don't matter what you lot do right now, you're not stopping it.
And yeah, and there's moments in this. I remember years ago, De Bruyne scored a goal at Stamford Bridge, and it was such a good performance where they didn't give Chelsea a sniff. The goal was outrageous, and you just stood up and you're like, cool, fairs. And I felt the same way. Watching the cup final in that second half. I remember I was sitting there thinking, alright, this is the city of old still.
Yeah.
But obviously it was still 0-0. We'll see how the game transpires. They went on to obviously score 2 goals, and you're like, cool. But at that time you're thinking, Arsenal are still too far ahead. They battered Liverpool, battered Chelsea, not battered Arsenal, but beat Arsenal, and it's like, it's very hard to see past them right now. Very hard to see past City in the run-off, in the way they're feeling right now, the run-off form they're in, and very hard to see past how Arsenal are feeling right now, because you got to understand that's 4 defeats? No.
For starters, back-to-back losses in the
4 defeats. The Southampton,
yes.
the cup final.
Yes.
Bournemouth today.
Yes.
A draw.
The only one that broke that was Sporting.
Against Sporting.
And even then, we're talking about a 0-0.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
So this has been a dreadful 2-3 weeks for Arsenal.
So for City to drop off and Arsenal to swing the other way, I don't see it.
It's a miracle. It'll be a miracle. It'll be a miracle. And
you get it. And with their injuries as well, like obviously I know you mentioned injuries, but they do have injuries, and like we said, the squad, for me, the replacement, Timber's a big miss.
Saka
is a big miss.
Yeah.
And I don't think their replacements
No.
are close to their level
No.
in it. And we still don't.
But Arteta needs to die on this hill. Arteta needs to die on this hill because he was talking about Madueke in such a great light when he was getting criticised.
Yeah, but that's their own, isn't it?
You get what I'm trying to say, bro? He was talking about Madueke saying he hasn't been more sure on a player when he was getting the abuse. And no player should be getting abuse, etc. But Arteta came out defending him, defending the money spent on him. Havertz, that was Arteta. It was Arteta that signed Havertz. Why did my man leave? I forgot his name. The sporting director. Why did he leave? Edu. He left for a reason. Because Arteta obviously got more control over signings and whatnot. So, you have guys like Havertz getting signed. You have guys like Madueke getting signed. You still have Martinelli on the books. You have an aging, shitty Trossard. Excuse my French. You look at their side, you got a Gyökeres.
Yeah, I think they're transferring.
Like, what are we talking about brother?
I think they've shot themselves in the foot, bro. Personally, man. And that's what I worry about with United. Obviously, I'm not saying we're gonna have a poor window. I thought we had a good window last year, but these windows make or break, bro.
Yes.
Like, do you get it? So when we come into the summer, you have a window like that, it will break you.
Break you.
Do you get it?
Break you.
Because irrespective of winning the league or whatnot, I'm already of the thought process that
they need to rebuild again.
It's not even necessarily rebuild,
yes.
but like for me it's like you've bought a striker last summer. It's one summer ahead, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking for a new one. Do you get it?
So they need to rebuild again because a striker is the brother.
No,
the striker.
Bro, I'm not talking. I'm just talking. You're two thinking long term, bro. I'm talking about the fact that you shouldn't be buying a striker and be looking to replace him the year after. Forget the rest of the squad. When last summer was the year for you to go bang, where in everyone's world it would have been Isak. Cool, that's an acceptable signing. But for you to go from year to year when you need to get these things right and you're fixing what you've got wrong.
How can Gyökeres be on a bench? No. When you
Yeah.
actually deep it, how can Gyökeres be on a bench for a Havertz that fans knew was not the answer? Indictment on Arteta. Arteta, you've been what everyone thought you would be. Unfortunately, not good enough, and that's the bottom line. Now, moving on to Spurs.
Yeah.
Spursy. It's just a history of the Tottenham. I thought they actually put in a good performance. You know,
You think? I don't think so.
is it? I thought you don't think so because maybe you're gonna allude to the quality, yeah. But I'm talking about the heart. Listen, Spurs fans, all they want to see, in my opinion, right now is heart, passion, desire, and fight. Can you agree with that or not?
Yeah.
Okay. And I believe they did so in the first half. But you know what it is, bro? Quality always shows. Cream always rises to the top. And they don't have the quality to make games their own. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I always knew that if Brighton just hang in there for the fight that Spurs are showing, when the game settles, they will start bopping it around them nicely. And that's what happened in the second half. In that first 20 minutes, brother, it looked like Spurs were already a championship side. That's the reality. But they still hung in there. Do you get it? But yeah, I think they're going down.
Yeah.
I think they're going down. I think Leeds beating us, obviously, and also beating Wolves. I think Leeds are gone.
Yeah.
I don't think Spurs can catch Leeds no matter what they do. And then you have West Ham against Palace. Are the boys gonna do? I got L4 looking there. What are you saying, L4? Are the boys gonna do a favour, or are you gonna?
For who? Spurs?
Yeah, for Spurs.
No, Spurs are done, man.
West Ham might get a result against Palace. They might get a draw, but I just think right now it's more on looking at the other teams than looking at themselves, and that's a big indictment. And I think it's catastrophic. They brought the Zerbi in, bro. I won't lie to you, bro. I can't lie. Why does everyone sit around and just think to themselves that, bro, if Spurs get relegated, that De Zerbi's the right man to bring them up? Why? Can you tell me why? Oh, it's because Spurs have a certain level of quality and this and that. What? The championship is not an easy ride.
No, he's cooked anyway. I think he will leave.
No, but he's already said that if they get relegated, he stays, bro.
Is it?
Yes, bro. Yes, there's no relegation clause in his contract, bro, apparently. Yeah. And he's the third paid manager in the Prem. Talk about the losses they're going to face, the sponsorships that they're going to have to induce and all of this stuff, brother. It's not a joke, you know. Like, we sit here and we laugh and, yeah, Spurs. But, brother, the implications for Spurs is an absolute mazza.
Oh, no, of course, bro.
It's a mazza. And me personally, if they go down, I do not see Spurs coming up with the first asking. I'm saying this now. Maddison is not staying at Spurs in the champ. Kudos. Are we forgetting how Kudos was behaving to get his move to Spurs? Are we not forgetting?
No.
Kudos ain't staying at Spurs. Kulusevski. His first game might be for another side.
But these man ain't played football though, bro. I will literally spit in your face. I'll be honest. If Kulusevski comes to me chatting smack, I will be like, "You're having a laugh, bro. Like you've not kicked a football since 4 managers ago."
Yes, and we're not letting you out of your contract. Chat to me now.
Yeah. Do you get it? Then we're looking at guys like Vicario and Danso. What are you telling me now that
Danso just getting taken for a dance
by Van Hecker? Like, do you get it, bro? Like,
Tuesday about
like these man need to like. I don't like talking about Spurs because, like you said yesterday, like you started this conversation saying you thought they played well. I didn't think so. Like I thought they were poor, and they were lucky to leave the game with a point, in my opinion. talking about heart, passion, and desire when you're in the relegation zone.
What do you need, though?
I could. No, I don't.
Encouraging signs.
Nah, bro. No.
Encouraging signs.
No, bro. No. Not at all. Not at all. I think those players are a disgrace, bro. Forget the manager.
Though?
All of them.
Speak on who?
No, all
No,
of them.
specifically.
No,
specifically.
all of them.
Specifically.
And Dan, so like I said today with Gabriel, where it's certain things just sum up the football club you play for. Javi Simmons. First good game I've seen him play this season. Takes his top off. Can't threatened to not finish the game because of his cramp or whatever. Then he's crying at the end of the game. That all just sums up the football club you play for, the position you man are in.
Insta post.
Do you get Insta post after all glory to God and whatnot, and saying it's not over, this, that, and the other. Sums it all up, bro. Do you get it? He yesterday summed up where's Tottenham are at the moment, what they are, and what they stand for as a football club,
and what they deserve to be.
Do you get it?
People
thought last season was an anomaly. Gave them voice after winning the Europa League. Fair enough.
And look how the tables have massively
It's
turned.
not an anomaly, bro. You can't say, oh, this is just. I think people are downplaying what they're doing at the moment, bro.
Back to back.
And they yeah. I think people are forgetting where they finished last season because they won the Europa League. Cool. Can do that. But you gotta remember it's now back to back. They finished one spot outside of the relegation zone last season.
And that was only because of the sides, the quality of the sides
That
in
went
the
up.
relegation
Obviously,
zone.
Sunderland and Leeds have done really well this season, so now they're in the mix-up. I'm even surprised they're getting the level of support they're getting at White Hart Lane at the moment.
Desperation, bro.
Nothing but respect to those Spurs fans, because I would not be one of them, I promise you. These players disgracing me week in, week out. You think I'm going to sit in that ground and support you, man? No way, bro. Them man out of it piss me off, bro. Piss me off. You man talk about Arsenal and this, that, and the other. Start looking at Spurs, bro. And I hope they get what's coming, personally. I hope they get what's coming, because they deserve it. They deserve it. I feel like what they've done with their managers this whole season has been, again, it's not just on the pitch. We can talk about the players, and I think that mainly the players are at fault. People are saying, oh, they're these great players. Romero, Van der Ven, Udogi, Pedro Porro, Bentancur, all these men that they say are great. They can't be great if you're finishing 17th and 18th back to back. But off the pitch, Ange, cool, might not have thought he's good enough, brought him a trophy, sacked him, brought in Frank, good appointment. They probably would have been better off if they kept Frank. I don't know, maybe. But then to appoint Igor Tudor,
Forgot about him. Shit.
just a completely baffling appointment. And then to appoint, obviously, De Zerbi in this situation, you'd argue, why didn't you do that at the beginning? Why didn't you throw the bank at him when you wanted him instead of Frank? You might not have been in this situation. So yeah, bro, it's a complete and utter mess, man. Yeah.
Another player that sums them up, I think, is Pedro Porro. Personally,
No.
a player that scores a goal.
No, you could have said any name there. Like no one's exempt of summing that football club up that play for them right now. No, none of them.
Pedro Porro, he's a funny guy, isn't he? He's a funny guy. He scores a crucial goal, and he's looking at the fans like, "What are you saying now?" kind of thing. That was the type beat that I got from him. He's looking at the fans like who's talking? Like, who? Well, go on. What you not saying? Looking at him like you utter disgrace.
And Vicario at the end.
Vicario.
It was 5 minutes to go.
I didn't even watch the dying embers, bro. But
barking instructions.
barking instructions off the bench. You're no good. You're no good.
It's embarrassing, bro. It's embarrassing. Like if I was a Spurs fan, bro, I would be embarrassed, bro.
Yeah, man. I can't lie.
Like
We needed to touch on them because it's gonna be a dark end to the season for them, in my opinion. Still, the fixtures they have. Good luck.
And why that game was so vital was because Brighton are a good team. De Zerbi's first game at home, whatnot. You win that, then you got Wolves away, who are relegated now, no? Or they're not officially
No,
gone?
not yet, not yet.
I thought they. Oh, I
No,
heard
not
they
yet.
could have got relegated this weekend, but yeah, they're all but gone. You win that, you're now on 6 points, and then you're going to the next game full of confidence. So that was a big blow.
Yeah.
And if West Ham manage to get a win, we're now at a gap where it doesn't matter if West Ham and Forest lose and you win next weekend, you're still in the bottom zone.
Yeah,
You get it?
yeah,
And when it gets like that, it's Leicester territory right now, bro. Dangerous.
yeah.
Leicester are all but gone.
Yeah.
And if they're not careful by the end of next weekend, Spurs could all be all but gone. Do you get it?
Mm-hmm.
And there's now an even more pressurized environment around that Wolves game. I reckon if they won yesterday, they beat Wolves. But now, Wolves have had some scalps this season, bro, and they're gonna wanna bury Spurs. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So now it's an even more
They're
pressurized
gonna wanna
environment.
bring down Spurs
With them.
With
With
them.
So now that draw is now ramped it up for that game, and it's no certainty they're gonna win. So
Yeah. Before we continue, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hype up the vid as you do. The content's coming thick and fast. Make sure the notification bells are on. Make sure the content's coming. The World Cup's coming. Football's coming. It's all coming. Trust me, man. And we'll be here to touch on everything that we need to. So, yeah, we appreciate the love and yeah, thank you very much. Moving on to United. Massive win against Chelsea. I think, them performances where I don't care about how we play. Go get the 3 points. We've had performances where we've played better and we haven't got 3 points. Or, I'm trying to say there's phases of games where we've played better, but it hasn't turned in our favour. So I was very happy to see that we could battle, bro. Because it was a battle, I reckon. When we went 1-0 up, there weren't much chances on our end in the game. Obviously, Chelsea were unlucky with a few efforts that hit the crossbar and stuff, but that's what you need in this game. But I thought we were resilient. I think Aiden Heaven, top performance. Top performance. And one of my disappointments, it's not a major disappointment because we've been winning, was that he hasn't had more minutes. Because personally, I rate him more than Euro. You know my thoughts on Euro. I'll still back him. He's a youngster, etc. He's got some qualities, but I don't see him the same way, our fan base do. I see that in Aiden Heaven. So, yeah, without trying to take the shine off Aiden Heaven and touching on Euro, I really like what I saw from Heaven, especially when he hasn't featured for so long, bro. And you can come into a cold game like that, and you got a makeshift back four. You got Mazraoui playing next to you, but you're the one that's standing up to be counted for. So respect to Aiden Heaven. I was really, really impressed, and it's gonna bode well for the future. I think Kobe was amazing as well. I think this is one of Kobe's best performances in a while. And it's not that Kobe hasn't been performing well, but it looked like the Kobe of old, where he's knitting things together, he's showing for the ball, he's keeping it ticking, he's taking it in tight situations. You can't get it off him. He's ball carrying. I was so impressed with Kobe, bro. So impressed. And shame on the fans that wanted Kobe to not be featuring in this side because of a stupid narrative painted by stupid guys. And that's the best way to put it. Yeah? And before I let you touch on the game, Bruno Fernandes, you know me, it kind of feels like, what else do I, as a person, me, T4, say on Bruno Fernandes that I haven't already said? I've backed Bruno ever since he's come in. And forget about the backing, because the fan base will back players as long as you play for the club. But what I see in Bruno, what always made me reluctant to throw him under the bus, was the fact that he gives his all. So even when quality is not paying off and whatnot, and this is not happening, he's giving his all. And it's quite hard to criticize and go for a player when that's what they're doing, bro. Especially when we're not doing well. It's like people think that, bro. Like, you get what I'm trying to say, bro. And I like the fact that people have they've spanned the block on Bruno. I'm not. You think I'm the guy that's gonna be like, I told you so and all of that stuff, bro? It's childish, bro. I might have an opinion tomorrow. It's not the same opinion I have today. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, player of the year. Player of the year. He deserves it. And he will break that record. Trust me. I'll tell you that for free. My boy's playing and he's trying to find players when, hey, you should be taking a shot on. So Bruno, we see what you're doing. You get what I'm trying to say? I see what you're doing. I know you. I know you, bro. Keep it up. Break that record. Put your name in history because you deserve it. You deserve it. Many want to talk about Henri, 20 assist, open play. Well done. But if we get 3 more, no one's gonna be talking about all of that rubbish. You might to try and diminish Bruno, but we'll have the record in arms. So Bruno, I wait you, my boy. Player of the year. PFA Player of the year. No one comes close. Who are you gonna talk about? Rice. I can't get his game off against City in a title challenging game. Or you're going to talk about Turkey that's been in and out of the side. Who else are you going to throw at me? The Gabriels, the Salibas of this world. Yeah. Do me a favour. It's unanimous in my opinion. So yeah, bro. Champions League secured. Secured. Top 3. Villa are trying to be... They're trying to be fidgety, innit? They're trying to misbehave. But even so, we've had a tremendous points tally since that up boy got sacked. So I just want to commend Carrick and the side. And we move. What are you telling me, my boy?
Yeah, no, literally we move, man. I think I said it yesterday, just the situation we were in prior to the City game to the situation we're in now is just night and day. And like you said, bro, credit to Mike. It's all down to him, innit? And his coaching staff. It's just a different outfit. I look at a different outfit. I look at a different outfit now where yesterday, if we had that injury crisis, Amarim would have found a way to would have found a way to complicate that situation and put us at our detriment. I thought Carrick, when I saw the lineup, I said he's put Mazraoui there just because it's one change. If you put Shaw there and you put Mazraoui at fullback, you're now putting a left back at centre back, a right back at left back, or Dallo switching over, or whatever. I just thought it was the more sensible decision, and I thought if that was Amarim, he would have found a way to mess that up. And we're not perfect. We're not perfect, so I'm actually glad in a weird way we've had nights like the night we had on Monday, because we're not perfect. And what I saw after the sending off, I was proud of, because we should have probably equalised.
Yeah.
And after you equalise, it's with God at that point. Anything could have happened. You get it. So I was proud of the boys in a weird way after the sending off. I thought we were dreadful up until that point, but after the sending off, I'm like, okay, cool. And then to go after such a difficult result, to go to Stamford Bridge, I don't care how they're playing. I don't care if you think they're poor or whatever. To go there with a makeshift backline, confirm Champions League, with the opportunity to confirm Champions League football, and then you go and do that, you keep a clean sheet. I think the way the season's gone since Carrick's taken over is as best as it could have gone. Couldn't have asked for much more. Couldn't have asked for much more. Especially with the games he had to begin with, that could have gone left. could have gone left. Because, you know, on any other day, City and Arsenal beat us. And then you start on 2 defeats and it could have gone a different way. You get it? So credit to the man. Absolutely credit to the man. And whatever happened in the summer happens. But he's met his remit. He's done his job. We are where we are because of him this season. And credit to the players. I love the squad, bro. I can't lie. I don't say that many. I've not said that a lot over the last 10 years. But I love the squad. I love the makeup of the squad. I love the personalities. And I think we're a big summer away from, I won't say winning the league or anything like that, but for finally having a good team. And with good a good squad. Because at the moment, we're a Kobe Mainoo injury away from losing games of football. Do you get it? So we're a summer away from having a potentially the best squad I think we've had since Fergie's left. So things are on the up. We're not gonna play 40 games next season. So
you can put your jokes back in the blender.
you get
They're jokes. I was hearing so much before we wrap up. I was hearing so much jokes from Arsenal fans. Darren Ben, see you tomorrow. Saying so much jokes about 40 games a season, but what's the point of glorifying playing more games when you don't win the comp? That's what was always bewildering to me. Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were winning these comps, it's like, okay, cool, I hear it. You're not winning these comps, so congratulations for playing an extra 10, 15 games. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Well, we'll touch on that. We'll circle back on the up boys. You know. Yeah, bro. Another one in the bank. As always, chopping it up on the latest affairs. World Cup's coming thick and fast. So the end of the season's coming thick and fast. So many videos to come. You know. And as always, chopping it up. Thank you, my boy.
Thank you, bro.
For another one. And we move. And that's another video on Feel the Play TV. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hype, share. Get your mum watching. Get your dad watching. Get your girl watching. And we'll be back with another video sooner rather than later.